Good morning again from Mango Man Homestead. Wanted to show you another one of the really key issues to our orchard, and that is our solution holes. So if you wonder why I'm so short right now, I'm standing in a solution hole that we are digging out. And the reason we dig these holes out is, first of all, this land, as we've mentioned before, was skip leveled. That means they just took a bulldozer and they ran across it and filled in these holes. This was an old hammock. This was the old orchid jungle hammock. It's very high here. We're at an elevation of about 20 feet above sea level, which is a true mountain here in South Florida. And what you have here is you have these sinkholes that are made of, as the organic acids eat out the oolitic limestone. And then these holes, which I'll show you here, you can see the hole there. You can see where my feet are down in the hole. Just started digging this one out. This will, if we dig this down, we can dig this down to the water table. So we can dig this down 15, 16 feet and we'll hit water. And that's what we do. Once we dig it out, we take the soil, like you see here in this bucket. We take the soil out of here and we put this around the bases of our trees. It helps give us good, unspoiled, untreated, no disease soil that we've dug out of these holes. Also in the bottom of these holes, the reason they call this the redlands is because Sahara dust settles down into these holes and eventually creates these clay deposits that are red clay down about 8 feet down here. And that becomes, so when they plow these areas, that's why the ground turns red from that clay. And you'll see it as I go down past here, there'll be clay down here below. And we use that specifically because that's very good for our mango trees. Also coming out of here are rocks like this, okay? You can see this rock right here. I just, the reason I'm a little tired is I just lifted this rock out of this hole. I'm not getting any younger, and it's harder and harder to lift a rock out of here. I don't know what this thing weighs, but it's more than a little bit, let's say that. And then we use these rocks to grow our bonsais on, to make walls in the orchard, to make walls around our yard, all that sort of stuff, because these are just lovely rocks. If you look down here in the hole itself, you see actually this is where it was filled to. This was from here to here was the fill they used when they built the houses, and then this was the natural rock here that starts. And you can see all the holes in it. Now the ferns are beginning to, the spores are coming to life in here. They're not coming to life, but they're beginning to grow. These holes will bloom into a most beautiful set of plants that you can only get. They only grow in the sinkholes here in South Florida. And it's another reason we like to dig these holes out. But they also, oh, another thing I wanted to show you before I forget. Behind me here, you see these roots, okay? These are mango roots, and they come down, they drop down into these holes, and they go all the way down. Now, these are the roots that anchor these mango trees. These are what allows our mango trees to survive hurricanes, gives them the anchorage they need. It's also what causes the problem when they drop their roots into these holes and there are drought times. Then the roots get desiccated as the holes don't have water in the bottom anymore, and they just stay as a dry cavern, and that's what ends up causing so much trouble on the roots on these trees. But once you open these things up and you dig it down, then it goes all the way down to the water. These stay the way they should. These roots right here will actually remain. They don't die. They stay there and develop. So it's really kind of a cool thing. We've always done this. This is something that really sets our orchard apart. This is also the habitat for our coral snakes. Coral snakes will take up residence in these holes once they're dug out. And we have a lot of coral snakes here in our orchard. and they kind of are our mascot for Mango Men Homestead, and so we like them very much and protect them and help make their life easier. Okay, well, good growing, and thank you very much.